Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, Shri Saraswatyai Namaha, Shri Sadgurubhyo Namaha. Samasta Janakalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahmavidvaram Manojavam Marudhatulya Vegam Jitendriyam Buddhimatam Varishtam Vadatmajam Vanarayutamukhyam Sri Ramadutam Sirasa Namami. Santoshini Jaganmata Mama Saubhagyavriddhaye Namaskaromi Bhaktya Tvam Prasanna Varada Bhava. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutrabhashya Gridau Vande Bhagavandau Punah Punaha. Om Namah Pranavarthaya Shuddha Jnanaikamurtaye Nirmalaya Prashantaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Satchitanandarupaya Vishwoत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे Tapatraya Vinashaya Sri Krishnaya Vayam Namaha. Nidambujasyamalako-malangam Sita Samaropita Vamabhagam Panau Mahasayaka Charuchapam Namami Ramam Rakhuvam Shanatham. So we have seen the story up to Bhagavan reached Sringaverapur, and next day morning he asked the Nishadaraj to bring milk from the tree and made jata, mukut. And now let us proceed. And he has to cross the river Gangaji. That is where we stopped last night. So what happened here is, you can see the picture, Kevat. Now so far the atmosphere was so tense, everybody was in gloom. Now Kevat want to bring some light-heartedness, everybody should feel good. So he dressed a very beautiful drama here. Now that is the portion we have to see. Magi now. Magi now. उसके पहले.
सखा समुझी अस परिहरि मोह सिय रघुबीर चरण रत हो कहत राम गुण भाविनु सारा जागे जग मंगल सुखदारा मागी नाव न केवट आना कहि तुम्हार मरम मैं जाना चरण कमल रज कहु सब कहि मानुष करनि मोरी कछु अहि छुअत शिला भई नारी सुहाई, पावन तेन काठ कठिनाई, करनिय मुनि धरिनी होई जाई, बाढ़ परई मोरी नाव उड़ाई, एहि प्रतिपालऊ सब परिवारु, नहीं जानऊ कछु और कबारू, जो प्रभु पार भवसिका चाहू, मोहि पद पदम पखारन कहू।
पद
कमल होई चढ़ाई नाथ उतराई, जहो मोहि राम राउरियान, दशरथ शपथ सब साची, कहो बरु तीर मारहु लखनु जब लगी न पाई पखारी हो, तब लगी न तुलसीदास नाथ, कृपाल पार उतारी हो। सुन के वट के बैन प्रेम लपेटे अटपटे, बिरसे करुणाए, चितई जानकी लखन तन।
कृपा से
कृपा सिंधु बोले मुस्काई, सोई करु जहि तब नाव न जाई, बेगियानु जल पाय पखारू, होत विलंब उतारहि पारू, जासु नाम सुमिरत एक बारा, उतरहि नर भव सिंधु अपारा, सोई कृपालु केवट ही निहोरा, जहि जग कियति पगहु ते थोरा, पद नख निरखि देव सरिहर्षि, सुनि प्रभु वचन मोह मति करषि, केवट राम रजाय सुपावा, पानी कठवता भरी लैयावा, अति आनंद उमगी अनुरागा, चरण सरोज पखारन लागा, बरसि सुमन सुर सकल सिहाई, एहि सम पुण्य पुंज कौ नाहि। आज सुफल तपु तीरथ त्यागु, आज सुफल जप जोग विरागु, सफल सकल शुभ साधन साजु, राम तुम्हि अवलोकन आजु, लाभ अवधि सुख अवधि न दूजी, तुम्हारे दरस वास सब पूजी, अब करि कृपा देहु बर लेहु, निज पद सरसिज सहज सनेहु, कर्म वचन मन छाड़ि चलो, जब लगी जनो न तुम्हार, तब लगी सुख सपने नहीं, किए कोटि उपचार। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय।
मागी नाव Kevat said, because he made sure that no other boat was available. Everything was taken away. Only one boat was available. So Bhagavan has no choice. So, Magi now, ferryman came here. Ferryman, come here. Na Kevad Ana. But Kevad did not come. Bhagavan called, hey, Aja idhar. Wo nahi aata hai. He doesn't come. Bring the boat. Kevad says, no, there is a problem. What is the problem? There is some mystery about you. And I am aware of that. Chandri asked, my life is like an open book. What is the secret? Kevat said, about the dust of your lotus feet. That is the problem. What is the problem with that? It has a magic to turn a stone into human lady. That is the problem. You touched the stone and became a beautiful woman. So what is the problem then? It is good. Now he said, that is okay. That was a rock and my boat is wood. Wood is much softer than rock. It will turn into a woman more easily. Kevat is bringing to everyone some light-heartedness. Everyone so far was serious, sorrowful, angry, etc. Now Bhagavan said, good, if your boat become a woman, you can have one more wife. What is the problem? Kevat said, no, that woman went away with the Rishi. So too this lady also will go away with another Rishi. Bhagavan said, okay, I will ask her to remain with you. Is that okay? He said, but there is a problem. What is the problem? My boat will disappear. And one more mouth to feed, another problem. And my livelihood is obstructed and you also cannot go to the other side if the boat is not there. This is the only boat by which I can earn money and take care of my family. Bhagavan said, you can take up another job. I don't know any other job. I have no problem taking you across. The problem is the dust of your feet. That is the problem. So, allow me to wash your lotus feet. That is all he wants. But the Kamala, I will wash your feet and help you sit in the boat, and I will not ask for any boat fare. Suppose you ask on reaching the other side. Sometimes that happens. You sit on the rickshaw, they will say, aap jo bhi de do, theek hai. But then when you get down, they start bargaining, isn't it? Not like that. He said, I am telling you in the name of Maharaj Dasharath, I will not charge you anything. Lakshman got angry. He is talking too much. He put his hand on the arrow. Kevat saw that even if Lakshman shoots me with an arrow, even then, unless I wash your feet, I will not let you step into my boat. Bhagavan heard Kevat's word, sound prattling but soaked in love. Bhagavan could not control his laughter. He laughed and looked at Sita ji and Lakshman and said, whatever you say, I am allowing him to wash my feet. That is Bhakta Vatsala Bhagavan. Boliye Bhakta Vatsala Bhagavan ki jai. That compassionate Lord said, okay, let us do that. Quickly bring water and wash my feet. Now here you see this washing, you need a vessel, right? So she brought a regular vessel. He didn't like it. He sent her away, his wife sent her away and said, you bring that where you need the chapati, the roti. So that is a wooden thing. So what happened if you wash the feet, the water will get absorbed into that wooden vessel and it will remain there. So whenever you make roti, Bhagavan's Charanamrita will be there continuously. Think about it. So that was his bhakti. So Kevat bought water and washed his feet. That ferryman got this chance. Even great Rishimunis, they don't get it. Even Devatas became envious of him. At the same time, there is no luckier than Kevat. They all showered some flowers from the heaven. Now, after washing the feet, and he took that Charanodaka himself and gave it to all his family people. And with that, his ancestors were also liberated. And he requested, now please get onto the boat. Now here also you see, Bhagavan made Sitaji to enter the boat first. And then himself, then Lakshmana, and that our Nishadraj. This is also a very good lesson. We should know how to take care of our family. Now they reached the other shore. They got down from the boat. Kevat got down and prostrated to Ramchandraji. Bhagavan wanted to give him something. Sitaji understood and she happily took out a ring and gave it to the Lord. Bhagavan said, take this. You brought us here. With great emotion that Kevat fell at the feet of the Lord. Bhagavan thought he has not given him anything. But Kevat felt, what the Lord has not given me today? Natha aaj me kaha na pava. What is that I have not gained today, Bhagavan? All my flaws, poverty, sorrow are all vanished. Until now I was only doing labor. But today the Lord is pleased with me. The Lord has given me everything. Bhagavan, now I don't want anything. Only be compassionate and bless me. When at least then Bhagavan insisted and he said, okay, when you return at that time, you give anything. I will take it as prasad. Bhagavan insisted, but he did not take it. Bhagavan thought, why wait for the return? And he blessed him with Vimala Bhakti, which is even higher than Mukti. Now some poets add here, Kevat said, Bhagavan, we are of same profession. When you are in the same profession, you don't charge each other. How come we are in the same profession? He said, both help people cross. I help cross the river, you help cross the ocean of samsara. So we are doing the same job. So same profession, people don't charge each other. Now giving that beautiful boon, he proceeded. Bhagavan told Nishadraj, you also please now return. That tribal king pleaded, let me stay with you a few more days. I can show you the way, and once you settle in some place, I can return. Sitaji did puja to Ganga Mata, asked for her blessings. Gangaji also blessed her. And they reached Prayag. And Sitaji also prayed that when we return, all of us, it's safe, we will do puja for you. So in Prayag, there was a great saint living whose name was Bharadwaj Rishi. And Bharadwaj Rishi saw Rama. This is what he said, Aaj Supala Tapu Tiratha Tyagu. Bhagavan, we have been living here in this ashram performing various ritual tapas, puja, etc. But what for that? Not for any supernatural power, but only to have your darshan. Therefore, today, our purpose is fulfilled. The highest gain in one's life is your darshan. Only one boon again and again we ask, that love for your lotus feet should grow every moment. There is no other desire. Bhagavan gave that boon mentally as he has to keep Loka Maryada. Now Bharadwaj Rishi's disciples were very, very happy to see Ram, Lakshman, Sita ji. They stayed there overnight, and next day morning, before leaving, Ramchandra ji asked, Maharaj, you know we have to live in the forest. Please tell us where should we live. Show us the way. Then he said, I will call some brahmacharis, 4 of them. You go with Ramchandra ji and lead them. He sent 4 brahmacharis next day morning to show the path. So these 4 brahmacharis represent 4 Vedas to show us the path. We are in the jungle, means life is a jungle. 2, there is no prepared path, so there should be some path, how to go, where to go, what direction to go. All these things are dependent upon our understanding of Shastra. So after some distance, then Bhagavan said, now you go back to your ashram. They felt so happy and fortunate that they accompanied Bhagavan and did some seva. Here Bhagavan went on moving. Here there are some beautiful description about Ram, Lakshman, Sita ji's path toward Chitrakoot. All these simple villages, their hearts were filled with Bhagavan without knowing who they were. And they, in their own way, making inquiries and had very interesting discussion among themselves. Someone said, what kind of parents they are sending such delicate youth to the forest? What kind of a mother is that to ask such boons? Others said, it is good for us. Otherwise, we would not have had any chance to see them. It is a feast to our eyes. Some woman asked Sita ji, who are you? Who are these 2 men? How they are related to you? She said that one with fair complexion is my brother-in-law. And the one with the dark complexion, she didn't say the name. Unlike us nowadays, she looked down. They understood. So sweet feeling, Goswami Tulsidas ji explained so beautifully here. And all of them said, when you look at the Ram, Lakshman, Sita, they are some divine beings. Or they are of royal birth. So they deserve elephant, chariot, horses, etc. And if they have to walk, why did God create these horses? Such feelings were there in their heart for them. How they were walking. Bhagavan Ramchandra ji in the front, Sita ji in the middle, and behind it was Lakshman. Between Rama and Lakshman, how Sita ji was shining is like between Brahman and Jiva, Maya. This Maya is Vidya Rupa Maya, not Avidya Rupa Maya. We will explain that in Aranyakant. Interesting. When Sita ji is walking, she was careful not to put her foot on Bhagavan's footprints. And you can understand what is the condition of Lakshmana. He has to see that he is not stepping onto the footprints of Ramchandra ji and Sita ji. Keep them on the right side. See the respect and reverence. Where all this culture has gone. Such beautiful descriptions are there in Tulsi Ramayana. Now we come to a beautiful episode. Ram, Sita, Lakshman reach the ashram of Valmiki Rishi. Please note that Valmiki was contemporary of Ramchandra ji. When Valmiki saw these 3 coming, he came rushing and Bhagavan prostrated before the Rishi. Then Valmiki Rishi brings them to his ashram. He knows who they are. Rama is Parabrahma, Lakshman is the 1,000-hooded Shesha Bhagavan. Sita is Adi Shakti Maya. He receives them. Ramchandraji asked where we should spend 14 years. Maharaj, we have to spend 14 years. Where should we stay? Now the purpose of asking is, with our stay, those who are already staying there, they should not be inconvenienced. Our stay also should be safe. Also there is opportunity for satsang and render some service to the Mahatmas. Now, when Bhagavan asks a question, Valmiki Rishi answers him with another question.
सुनि मुनि बचन प्रेम रस साने, सकुचि राम मन महु मुस्काने। वाल्मीकि हंसी कहि बहोरी, वाणी मधुर कवि रस बोली। सुनहु राम अब कहु निकेता, जहाँ बसहु सिय लखन समेता। जिनके श्रवण समुद्र समाना, कथा तुम्हारी सुभग सरिनाना। बरहि निरंतर होहि न पूरे, तिनके लिय तुम कहु गृह रे। लोचन चातक जिन करि राखे, रहहि तरस जलधर अभिलाषे। निदरहि सरित सिंधु सरहारी, रूप बिंदु जल होहि सुखारी। तिनके हृदय सदन सुखदायक, बसहु बंधु सिय यह रघुनायक। जासु तुम्हार मानस विमल, हंसिनि जिहा जासु। मुक्ता हल गुण गण चुनई, राम बसहु यथासु।
प्रभु प्रसाद।
प्रभु प्रसाद सुचि सुभग सुवासा, सादर जासु लहि निदनासा। तुम्हि निवेदित भोजन करहि, प्रभु प्रसाद पट भूषण हरहि। शीस नवहि सुर गुरु द्विज देहि, प्रीति सहित करि विनय विशेषी। करनित करहि राम पद पूजा, राम भरोस विनय नहीं दूजा। चरण राम तीरथ चलि जाहि, राम बसहु तिनके मन माहि। मंत्र राजु नित जपहि तुम्हारा, पूजहि तुम्हि सहित परिवारा। दर्पण होम करहि विधि नाना, विप्र सेवाहि देहि बहुदाना। तुम ते अधिक तुरहि जिय जाहि, सकल भाय सेवहि सन्मानि।
सब करि मागहि एक फल, राम चरण रति हो। जिनके मन
सहु श्रीय रघुनंदन को।
सियावर
रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो भाई
सब संतन की जय।
Valmiki Rishi asked, "You are asking me where should you stay? But I ask you, which is the place where you are not already? You tell me where you are not, then I will tell you, you go and stay there." But Bhagavan only smiled. So, then Valmiki Rishi felt bad. Bhagavan is asking, then I am asking him with another question, answering with another question. That is not correct. So, Bhagavan meaning was, we want only empirical answer, not philosophical answer. Okay. Then he said, I will tell you 14 places. And if you hear all of them, actually there is only one place. You live in the heart of your devotee, that is all. Because the description he gave for the dwelling place, you will not find a geographical place. It is always in the heart of a devotee. Who is the devotee? Here Bhakti Siddhanta is very beautifully explained. What is devotion is explained here wonderfully. We will see the essence of it. We have 5 senses plus 5 organs of action. Then mind, intellect, chitta, memory and ahankara. Mano, buddhi, ahankara, chitta. So plus 5 plus 4, 14 places. Now you know why Bhagavan took 14 years of vanvas. We have to do bhakti with all our personality levels. It is not a part-time job. The number one, he says, it is not a Friday religion or Sunday religion. Hinduism is a everyday, every moment religion. Now, first one, he says, Jinke Shravana Samudra Samana. Now, Tulsidaji's examples are also a little strange. Now, it says, the one whose ears are like ocean, Samudra Samana. Now, how can you compare ear with ocean? But what he means is, you live in the hearts of those people whose ears are like ocean. Now, ocean is full. The rivers pump in water continuously. But ocean never say enough pumping water. They put up a sign, enough, no. So to a devotee, how many times he hears Ramakatha, he never say enough. They love to hear your katha. That's called katha premi. When you love someone, it is something like if you love someone, you never tired of talking about him or her, isn't it? Especially our grandchildren. You ask a grandmother, then they will tell you, my God, I suffer that most of the places I go. That's why my personal experience I am telling. They will bring a big album, of the child sitting, crying, eating, sleeping. Then ask me to look at it. How many pages you can? Then I turn the whole and she come back and Swamiji, you didn't see this again. That is how love is. So here also when you love somebody you like to hear again and again. The same way, Ramakatha, how many times you hear, it is not enough. That kind of a heart, you go and stay. Number two, those bhaktas who are longing to have your darshan, you be in their heart. Krishna darshana lalasa. So in Bhagavatam it is said, like gopis in Vrindavan, they were eager to see him and they line up before he comes from the forest. They line up to see his darshan, have his darshan. The number three, speech is engaging in telling your glories, not engaging in local gossip, etc. And number four, hand should be employed in worshipping the Lord. Number five, feet, you should go to the board of Bhagavan. Number six, food also take Bhagavan prasad after offering. 7, even clothes, ornament you wear, you first offer to Bhagavan. The whole life is centered on devotion to the Lord. This is how he indicates 14 places. They are not 14 places, they are the heart of devotee, full-time devotees. Now come to practical. There is a beautiful place called Chitrakoot, where Mandakini river flows, beautiful mountain called Kamadagiri. Atri Rishi and Anasuya's ashram is there. You go to that place and Ramakatha Mandakini Chitrakoota Chitacharu Tulasi Subhagasane Havana Siyarakuvira Viharu. When you purify your mind, that mind is called Chitrakoot. Ram Katha is like Mandakini. Beautiful forest is there, is like the love that rises in your heart. That itself is the garden, the forest. And there Sita Ram will dwell. Means Ananda Swarupa Rama and Shanti Swarupa Sita you will experience. Chitrakoota Mahima Amita Kahi Mahamuni Gai Ai Nahaye Saritapara Siya Sameta Dohubai. Valmiki Rishi sang the glory of Chitrakoot. Bhagavan reached there and took a bath in Mandakini. Now Nishad Raj and Lakshman immediately made a Parnakutir for Ramchandraji. It is said out of 14 years, Bhagavan stayed 10 years in Chitrakoot. Only 4 years he moved about in other places. That means he liked Chitrakoot. Mandakini is a tribute of Gangaji. It was brought by the chaste consort of Atri Rishi and Anasuya. So many Rishis, Munis were also there. Plenty of fruits and roots were also available. The moment Bhagavan made Chitrakoot his dwelling place, even the gods came in disguise of servant to serve him. All the tribal men and women came there. They were only praising their own fortune. So I am skipping those. I told already the meaning. Okay. So that Bhagavan who cannot be comprehended by the Vedas, by all the Rishimunis, that compassionate Lord was listening to all the prattling of the illiterate tribal men and women and enjoying it. Now, how Lakshman was serving Ramachandraji, Sitaji is like how an ignorant person totally identified with his body, how he served his own physical body. Even a small discomfort he cannot stand. That way he was taking care of Ramchandraji and Sita ji. And how Ram and Sita taking care of Lakshman. Like how the eyelids take care of our eyeballs. Same way the eyelids were taking care of eyeballs, Lakshmana was taken care of. Now Bhagavan told Nishadaraj, you may go back. Now he comes back, and what did he find? Sumantraji was there still. He had not returned to Ayodhya because the horses were not getting up. They were looking at the direction in which Ramchandraji left. He was crying, now how can I go back? When I go back, everybody will have one question. They want to know, I am alone or with Ram, Lakshman, Sita ji. And if they find me alone, what will I say that I heartlessly left them there? I don't know what to tell Dasharatha Maharaj. Nishadaraj said, Sumantraji, you had to pick up courage and act accordingly. No doubt it is very painful. Somehow Nishadaraj and others helped him to get up, and the horses were yoked to the chariot. You must go, and it is important that you return. And Sumantraji most reluctantly, grieving, worrying, and started moving towards Ayodhya and thought that I will enter Ayodhya during night time so that no one will see me. Now he had to face Dasharatha Maharaj anyway. He reported what all had happened. The message of Rama and Sita ji was also given. Also mentioned Lakshman used some harsh words. But he did not say what were they, as he was prevented by Ramchandraji. Dasharatha Maharaj knew what Lakshman would have said. In fact, in his mind, he agreed with him also. Dasharatha Maharaj now came to know there is no hope for their coming back. So he sat down and told Kausalya ji, darkness is spreading in front of me. Now I remember the curse that was pronounced on me. Haridhiraju. Haridhiraju.
धरि धीरजो की बैठे भुवालु कहु सुमंत्र कह राम कृपालु कहाँ लखनऊ कहाँ राम सदेही कहाँ प्रिय पुत्र वधू वैदेही बिलपत राव बिकल बहु भांति वैजुग सरिस सिराति नराति तापस अंध साप सुधि आई कौसल्य ही सब कथा सुनाई भयो बिकल बरनत इतिहासा राम रहित धिक जीवन आसा सो तनु राखी करब में कहा जहि न प्रेम पनु मोर निबाहा आ रघुनंदन प्राण पीरीते तुम बिनु जियत बहुत दिन बीते हा जानकी लखन हा रघुवर आपि तुहित चित चातक जलधर राम राम कहि राम कहि राम राम कहि राम तनु परिहरि रघुबर बिरहा राहु कयउ सुरधाम
यावर
रामचंद्र
की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय। बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय।
जियत मरण।
जियन मरण फलु दशरथ पावा, अंड अनेक अमल जसु छावा। जियत राम विधु बदनु निहारा, राम बिरह करि मरनु सवारा।
As Maharaj now came to know there is no hope for them coming back, he sat down and told Kausalya-ji, darkness is spreading in front of me. Now I remember the curse that was pronounced on me, that one old couple who were being carried by one Shravana Kumar, and by mistake my arrow killed the boy. At that time, the old father, who was blind, said, we are dying, grieving over our son's death. You will also die in separation of your son. Now I am remembering that. And he says, Ram, 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 saying, Dasharatha Maharaj reached heaven. Now Rama Bhakti, Rama love, when we have extreme love for the Lord, so many Sattvic Bhava manifest in our body. Tears come to our eyes, throat get choked, hair standing on end. The peak of it is when the person cannot keep his life also. That is what he said. He lived so many days with the hope to see his son, even though he knew that it will not happen. But finally, when he lost hope, he gave up his life. At that time, Vasishthaji came, Ram, Lakshman, Bharata, Shatrughna, they were not here. Who will do his last rites? Bharat must come. He is far away. It is said here, Tel Nav Bhari Nrupatanu Rakha. The body was put in herbal oil and protected. And Vasishthaji sent one messenger, you go very fast and bring Bharat. Don't say anything, only say that there is some emergency. And Vasishthaji wants you immediately. There, Bharat was there in his uncle's place, but a few days he was not feeling comfortable, having bad dreams. Again and again he was worshipping, and when he heard that a Dood has come from Ayodhya and asking him to come immediately, he felt that there is something wrong. Don't know what it is, but without delaying, immediately Bharata and Shatrughna left for Ayodhya. And when they reached Ayodhya, that city which was the most beautiful, glorious, prosperous, and all the time the atmosphere filled with celebration, and everything was looking now like a cremation ground. When Bharata looked at people, they turned their faces and they were thinking, even Bharata had also some hand in this. He was very uneasy. And he goes to his mother's palace, Kaikeyi's palace. Very happily she comes with Arati to receive Bharata. Bharata, you have come. I was waiting for you. How is everybody in my mother's place? As if nothing has happened. Bharat said, they are all right. But tell me, where is my father? Now she started the crocodile tears in her eyes. She said, everything I did for you, but only some still bad thing happened. And what is that? And your father is no more. That's all. How such a thing happened? Bharata asked, where is Ram? My father should have given my hand to Ram at least. And she narrates the whole story. How she encashed her two boons and how Mantara helped her. And when he heard Rama has gone to forest, he became more miserable than hearing the news of Dasharatha Maharaj's death. Bharat forgot even Dasharatha Maharaj's death and Rama going as tapasvi to forest for what? Then he understood that he was the cause for all that. If he was not born, then all these things would not have happened. He was responsible. Kaikeyi tried to console him. He said, if you have this kind of thought in your mind, why did you kill me as soon as I was born? You think the fish will be happy when you take it out of water. How lucky, I thought, how lucky I am born in Surya Vamsha. Got a father like Dasharatha Maharaj and a brother like Ramchandraji. But you have to be my mother. We have no control over our destiny. Did you not feel any pain in asking such cruel boons? Why your tongue was not burned while asking these? I don't know how my father trusted you, loved you so much. Tell me, in this whole world, which jiva is there to whom Bhagavan Rama is not dear? What happened to you? Who are you? Anyway, don't stand in front of me. I don't want to see your face anymore. You are not my mother. You are my enemy now. At that time, this Manthara came there. When Shatrugna saw her, he got so angry. He just pushed her. She fell down. But Bharat said, let us not stay here anymore. And they both went to Kausalyaji's palace. Kausalyaji embraced them. She felt as though she was meeting Ramchandraji. Bharat said, O mother, may I incur the sins of all those people who do wrong things? If in this whole episode I had any hand. Kausalyaji said, I know you can never even think of such thing, even in your dream. You are dear to Ram, and Ram is dear to you. I know. Her words were soothing to him. At that time, Vasishtha Rishi came and tried to console Bharat. Now you must do the final rites of Dasharatha Maharaj, and whatever the Shastra prescribed about last rite, Bharat did 10 times more than that. And all these are over. Now they met in the Rajya Sabha. Vasishtha next day, Vasishtha said, as far as Dasharatha Maharaj was concerned, his whole life was noble and therefore he cannot attain any ill fate anyway. Now he is already in heaven. Now we must think of the next step. What is that? It is very simple. Kaikeyi was granted 2 boons. Now, 1 boon, Rama has to go to forest and he has gone. Second boon is she asked that you should become the king. Therefore, you take over the kingdom. Nobody will say you have done anything wrong. Take over the charge. Kausalyaji also said that, and Vasishthaji also said that, and all the Mantrimandal also said that you should take charge of the kingdom. hita hamara.
हित हमार सिय पति सेवकाई, सो हरि दीन मातु कुटिलाई। मैं अनुमानी दीख मन माही, आन पाय मोर हित नाही। शोक समाजु राजु कहि लेखे, लखन राम सिय बिनु पद देखे। वादी वसन बिनु भूषण भारू, वादी विरति बिनु ब्रह्म विचारू। सरोज शरीर पादि बहु भोगा, बिनु हरि भगति नाय जप जोगा। जाय जीव बिनु देह सुहाई, बादि मोर सब बिनु रघुराई। जाऊँ राम पहि आय सुदेहु, एक ही आँख मोर हित हेहु। मोहि कृप करि भल आपन चाहु, सो सनेह जड़ता बस कहू। कई सुव कुटिल मति, राम विमुख गत लाज। तुम चाहत सुख मोह बस, मोहि से अधम के राज। यावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय।
Now, Bharat Dharma Palan is what is very important here. It's a very important portion. Now his answer is very significant because dharma, the word, has got so many connotations. There is something called Samanya Dharma and Vishesha Dharma, and the third one is called Param Dharma. So all these three levels, Bharata has to look at it. And his answer is very beautiful. They were all seated in the Sabha, and Vasishthaji says, now it is your duty, because according to the boon that was given to Kaikeyi, and your father fulfilled his promise, and your brother also fulfilled the promise of your father going to the forest. Now it is proper that you also fulfill the promise given to your mother. So it is your duty to take charge of the kingdom and fulfill the promise that was given to your mother. Now, Bharat's answer is beautiful. My father passed away. Sita Ramchandraji went to forest. Then you are asking me to rule Ayodhya. I want to know, you are thinking good of me or thinking good of yourself? The day I sit on that throne, the whole Ayodhya will go down to Rasatal. If you are thinking of my good, I should be given the choice to determine what is good for me. Hita hamare, as far as my well-being is concerned, it is only by serving Siyapati Ramachandraji, only then that is my good. In their service only lies my good. But my mother, because of what kind of wicked thoughts she had deprived of me that pleasure. Now I have thought and thought over the matter. I do not see any other way following which I will be happier in life. Ram Sita Seva alone makes me happy. Without Ramchandraji, everything is utterly useless. Now he gives an example, like without wearing clothes, if somebody puts on many ornaments, will it look so nice? And talking of Brahma Vichar, but no Vairagya at all. The body suffering from varieties of illness and then say enjoy this and that. What enjoyment. Mechanically worshipping Lord without love for the Lord, all these are useless. In that way, everything is useless for me without Ramchandraji. Please give your consent. Only one thing I want to do, that is, I want to go where Rama is and want to bring him here. Only in that alone there is joy and happiness. Please forgive me for contradicting you. Here we are talking about dharma. Lord Rama determined his dharma. What is dharma? That which lead one to prosperity, peace and spiritual unfoldment and liberation. That is called dharma. Dharma is that which integrates the society, and dharma is the one disintegrate adharma is the one integrate our personality, and adharma is the one disintegrate society, relationship, and our personality. Rama said when Dasharatha Maharaj granted 2 boons, it was his duty to give. If that is not done now, people in Ayodhya will lose faith. If father has given the promise, then it is the duty of putra to follow. Purayati pituhu karyam is putraha. The one who completes the incomplete job of his father is called son or putra. Bharat's determination of dharma was more difficult. Dasharatha Maharaj, what he wanted was Rama to be the king. He was cornered. If I accept the kingdom, Dasharatha Maharaj will be unhappy. Will he be happy? No. Was it his wish that Bharat should become the king? No. Can you say it was Kaikeyi's wish? No. Actually, it was not even her wish. It was given by Mantara. In other words, by becoming king, I will be fulfilling Mantara's wish. Just think of it. And Shastra says, Bhagavan Vishnu alone is the king. And all other kings who comes, they are all representative or sevaks or Bhagavan Vishnu. And Bharata says, when Bhagavan Vishnu himself is here now with us, how can anybody else be the king? Bharat looks at Rama as the Lord. And even if you look at the constitution of Ayodhya, only the elder brother should become the king. When Bharat said this, now this is called Param Dharma. So Samanya Dharma is a dharma, a duty everybody follow, common to all. like Satyam Vada, etc. These are all speaking truth. They're all common to all. Whether you are Hindu, Muslim, or Christian, or whatever be the religion, you have to follow that. But Vishesha Dharmas are applicable to particular situation, geographical condition, or particular situation you are in. So that is called this is Vishesha Dharma. But more beyond that, our common duties. If you are a husband, you have a duty. Wife, you have a duty. Children, they have a duty. To the society, you have certain duty. These are all called the Vishesha Dharmas. But when it comes to, there is something more than that is called Param Dharma. What is above all this duty is why we have to fulfill all these duties to attain Param Dharma. That Param Dharma is worship of Lord, that devotion to the Lord, offering everything that we do as an offering to God. This is called Param Dharma. That is what Bharata teaches us here. And Bharata said, I want to go to Rama and bring him here. Then what happened was, all these people who were under the spell of grief and doubtful of Bharata became dear to them, all, even more than Ram. See, this is what we have to learn from in our life also, that whenever we serve in any organization, we think that I am offering my service. That is wrong. This is where the vision has to be correct. We have to think that I am serving the Lord. My duty is connected to the Lord, not to the organizers, not to the people who are responsible or in charge. I am not serving them. I am serving the Lord. If that attitude is there, your relationship is only with the Lord, nobody else. And what people say, what people appreciate, what people don't appreciate, it doesn't matter to you. And this attitude is very necessary. Only then we gain Antakarana Siddhi, and that alone will take you to the higher heights of spirituality. So that was Bharata's teaching here. Pasabke.
भासब के मन माधुर थोरा जनु घन धुनि सुनि चाहत मोरा चलत प्राण लगी निरनौनी के भरत प्राण प्रिय है सबही के मुनि निबंदी भरत ही सिरुनाई चले सकल घर बिदा कराई धन्य भरत जीवन जग माही सीलु सनेहु सराहत जाही कहि परस पर भावड़ काजू सकल चले कर साजहि साजू जहि राखी तबु घर रखवारी सो जानई जनु गर्दन मारी को कह रहन कहिय नहीं काहू को न चहई जग जीवन लाहू चरौ सो संपत्ति सदन सुखू सूरत माग प्रीत भाई सनमुख होत जो राम पद करे न सहस सहाय रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोल भाई सब संतन की जय.
The moment he said, let us go to Ramchandraji, suddenly that spell of grief was lifted and everyone's minds were overjoyed. That moment, Bharata became Pranapriya for all of them. All of them did namaskar to the sheep and went to their homes. Everybody started praising Bharat now. They also said, we will also come with you. And someone in the house had to stay back to take care of the house. He felt that someone cut off their head. Then they said, why worry about house? Who cares? So they all started getting ready to accompany Bharata. And Bharata said, let them all come. Bharat calls such people, some capable people, trustworthy, because if all are going, somebody has to take care of Ayodhya. So he gave them in charge of Ayodhya. Then everyone left for the forest. Each one according to their age, some were walking, some were riding horse, and some were riding in the chariot. And Bharat thought that Ramchandraji is walking on the ground, and how can I ride in a chariot? He also started walking. Now when he started walking, all the people, they also started walking because they are king. He is also king. Their king is walking. How can we sit in the chariot? Now then you see, Kausalyaji saw this and she came to Bharat and said, see, because you are walking, look at all the old people, young and old, they are also walking. Please sit on the chariot and ride. He understood and followed the advice of Kausalyaji. See, this is what we also have to learn. Our sadhana should not become a nuisance to others. So, we should see that we are not disturbing others. Then only, otherwise it will be a problem. Bharatji Yatra is a spiritual journey towards reaching Ram, Sita, Lakshman. When you start your sadhana, you should not cause disturbance to others. Therefore, Bharatji listened to the good advice of his mother. Okay, he sat in the chariot and all of them got into their vehicles. But Bharat remains at the back, still walking. Nobody knows now. First, as he was reaching Sringaverpur, there our Nishad Raj, he came to know that Bharat is going with all army and all royal paraphernalia. He had doubt that this Bharat is going with any evil intention. So immediately called his soldiers and told them to take position. As long as we are here, we will not allow Bharat to proceed further. But at that time, one old man, he sneezed. There was a person who understood signs of omen. The way he sneezed and the direction in which he sneezed, according to that, it doesn't appear that Bharat is going as an enemy, but as a friend. Therefore, we should not take action without finding out the real motive. Then some gifts were sent to Bharat, and what he takes from there, they can judge his motive. Then he came to know Bharat is so pure-hearted, and Nishadraj started walking towards Bharatji. And Vasishthaji told Bharat that he is Ramchandraji's friend. The moment he heard that he is a friend of Rama, Bharat rushed ahead and embraced Nishadraj. That evening they took care of everyone. Then Bharat asked, please show me those places my Lord sat and slept, as they are holy places for me. And then when he saw under a tree on the bed of leaves Bhagavan and Sitaji slept, he started crying. And his greatest sorrow was they were walking barefoot without wearing any shoes. I am responsible for all these. Sukha Swarupa.
सुख स्वरूप
रघुवंश मणि मंगल मोद निधान ते सोवत कुशदासी मही विधि गति अति बलवान।
We never know the inscrutable ways of destiny and what will happen to life. Then Nishad Raj said, please know that Ramchandraji loves you so much. That night he was here, he was talking about you. Therefore, do not think that Ramchandraji doesn't love you. Then next morning, even Bharat and Shatrugna also became ascetics. So many boats and arrangements were made to cross Gangaji. And when they reached Bharadwaj Rishi's ashram, Bharat went to see him. Now Bharadwaj Rishi said, you know, this episode looks sorrowful and painful, but many good things have come out of this. Bharat's love for Ram would not have known to the world otherwise. Premaki Bharata Murati. Bharat was the very personification of Ram, Prem. Lakshman's love were known to everybody, but Bharat was shy and never came forward and expressed his love for Ram. He said everybody should know how to love Bhagavan. One thing he said beautifully. He said, your dynasty is great. Bhagirath Raja with his penance brought Gangaji from heaven to earth. But Dasharatha Maharaj brought the very Lord from whose toe the Gangaji came. That Bhagavan he brought down to earth. Now you have brought love for Bhagavan, one greater than the other, because anyone can reach Bhagavan only through love. And you have shown what that love is, Ram Prem. Earlier, when he met Ramchandraji, he said, the result of all spiritual practices is your darshanam. And what is the result of Bhagavan darshan? See here, he said, Bharat darshanam. Bhagavat Bhaktas darshanam. Just think Bharadwaj Muni holding Bharat in such a high position. Even Bharadwaj Muni was reveling in the love of Bharata. Now, Dekhat Shyamala.
देखत श्यामल धवल हलोरे
पुलकी शरीर
भरत कर जोरे सकल
काम
प्रद तीरथ राहु वेद विदित जग प्रकट प्रभावु मागौ भीख त्यागी निज धरमु आरत काह न करई करमु अस जिय जानी सुजान सुदानी सबल करई जग चाचक बानी
अर्थ न धर्म न काम रुचि गति न चहौ निर्वाण जन्म जन्म रति राम पद यह वरदानु न आन अर्थ न धर्म न काम रुचि गति न चहौ निर्वाण जन्म जन्म रति राम पद यह वरदानु न आन।
Jano Ram Kutila Kutimaki.
जानहु राम कुटिल करि मोहि, लोग कहु गुर साहिब द्रोही। सीताराम चरण रति मोरे, अनुदिन बढ़हु अनुग्रह तोरे। जलदु जन्म भरि सुरति विसारऊ, जाचत जलुपति पाहन डारऊ। चातकु रटनि घटे घटी जाई, बड़े प्रेम सब भांति भलाई। कनकहि बान चढ़ई जिमि दाहे, तिमि प्रियतम पद देव निबाहे। भरत बचन सुनि मात त्रिवेणी, भय मृदु बानि सुमंगल देनी। तात भरत तुम सब विधि साधु, राम चरण अनुराग अगाधु। बादि गदानि करहु मन माही, तुम सम राम कहो प्रिय नाहि। तनु पुलकेउहि हर्षु सुनि,
सुनि बनि वचन अनुकूल।
भरत धन्य कहि धन्य सुर,
हर्षि परषि फूल। सियावर
रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय। उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय।
Bharata was taking bath in Triveni Sangam in Allahabad near Bharadwaj Muni's ashram. While taking bath, he was praying to the Prayagraj. He says, Arthana Dharmana Kamaruchi Keticha Charahut Nirabana Janama Janama Rati Ramapata Yehuvaradhanuna. I have no desire for dharma, artha, kama, even for moksha. What is that I want? Life after life. I want only the love for the lotus feet of the Lord. Even if I am born as a tree, let Ramchandraji come and sit under me. If I become a flower, let that flower reach the lotus feet of Lord. This was Bharata's thinking. As this is going on, Bharadwaj Muni thought that it is rare to get a guest like Bharat. And when a guest has come, we should treat them as per their status. Bharadwaj Muni said, all of you stay here tonight and accept our hospitality. Bharata looked at the ashram and his people. So many are there. Maharaj, but Bharadwaj Rishi said, don't worry about that. It is my job. You have to say only yes. Now, when Bharata said okay, that Bharadwaj Muni sat in meditation and invoked Indra Bhagavan and said, you should bring Riddhi and Siddhi. And Indra sent Riddhi and Siddhi, and Bharadwaj Rishi ordered, bring heaven down here. And in no time, vast space, palaces, and made heaven upon earth. Majority of the Ayodhyavasis were so fascinated and enjoyed the pleasures. But only Bharata, Shatrugna, Kausalyaji and Vasishtaji were not touched by the luxuries. Bharatji Bharadwaja Rishi even mentally, not even mentally touched any bhogas. And next morning they got up, everything disappeared. So Bharadwaja Rishi had that kind of power, but he never enjoyed for himself. He was living in an ashram. Now Bharata, Shatrughna were going, all the villagers saw, they thought first Ram Lakshmana has come, because Bharata also had same complexion, Shatrughna fair complexion. When they saw close, they came to know who they are. They became dear to all. Now, when Bharata was going towards Bhagavan Ramchandraji, the Devatas were watching. And in the heaven, Devata was getting worried. This Bharata goes to Ramchandraji, and Ramchandraji is Kevala Prema Priya Ram. This love for Rama of Bharata is overwhelming. And suppose he able to influence Ramchandraji, and Ramchandraji get carried away by the love of Bharata, and suppose he return to Ayodhya, what will happen to our mission? They were only thinking about their interest. If Rama returned, Ravana will still be there in Lanka, and what will be our condition? So Indra Bhagavan goes to Brahmaji and said, do something to change the mind of Bharata. Brahmaji said, Arey Indra, what kind of mind you have to think that you can change Bharata's mind? He is not Mantara. And why are you worried? Have faith. Bharat will not do something that will be against Bhagavan's will. That is the rule of the bhakti also. If you have real love for somebody, you don't put that person in an embarrassing situation. He loves, but at the same time he has Vivek also. Bharat is a beautiful combination of both. So don't worry. From a long distance, Ram, Sita saw some dust rising. Prior to that, Sita ji told Ramchandraji, last night I had a strange dream. It is sad that I saw all my mothers-in-laws wearing white, means widow's dress. Rama also started thinking. By that time, dust rising, birds flying, animals started running here and there. And the news came that a huge army is coming. Lakshmana climbed on a tree. Such a huge army is coming. And the flag looked like Ayodhya's. And the thought that Bharat is coming with army, thinking that Rama is alone here and he wants his kingdom unrivaled. And that is why he is coming here. And you know Lakshmana, if he has a small suspicion that someone is going to harm Ramachandraji, that is enough. Now, he says, Lakshmana says, Vishayi Jiva.
विषयी जीव
पाई प्रभुताई मूढ़ मोह बस होई जनाई भरतु नीति रत साधु सुजाना प्रभु पद प्रेम सकल जगु जाना तेउ आजु राम पदु पाई चले धर्म मर जात मिटाई कुटिल कुबंधु कुअवसरु ताकी जानि राम बनवास एकाकी करि कुमंत्रु मन साजि समाजु आए करे अखंड कराजु कोटि प्रकार कलपि कुटिलाई आए अलम पटोरी दो भाई, जो जिय होती न कपट कुचाली, केहि सोहाती रथ बाजी गजाली, भरत ही तो सुतेई को जाए, जग वोराई राजपद पाए। अति सरोष माथे लखनू, लखी सुनि सपथ प्रमाण, सभय लोक सब लोकपति, चाहत भवरि भगान।
रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की
जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो भाई
सब संतन की जय।
The worldly people, the moment they get power, they forget all ethics and moral values. They say in this world the power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely. Now he came down from the tree and said to Bhagavan, he saw the worried look on the face of Ramchandraji. Lord was thinking, this Bharata is coming to take me back, and one side my father's promise to mother, love is so powerful, and Bhagavan knew that Bharata is an intelligent person, he will not put me on the spot. But Lakshmana thought that Ramchandraji is worried that Bharat is coming with the whole army to fight. Bhagavan, you relax. I alone will teach him a lesson. At that time, there was an Akashvani. Lakshmana, before doing anything, you should think properly. After proper thinking only, you should do. The invisible voice said, thoughtless action is not praiseworthy. Then Bhagavan said to Lakshmana, who is feeling embarrassed, Jagubhaya Bhagat.
जगु भय मगन गगन भई आनी, लखन बाहुबल
विपुल बहानी,
तात प्रताप प्रभाव तुम्हारा, को कहि सकई
को जान निहारा, अनुचित उचित काजु किछु होऊ, समुचित करिय फल कह सबको, सहसा करि पाछे पछिताई, कहि वेद बुझते बुझ नाही,
सुनि सुर
वचन लखन सकुचानी, राम सिया सादर सन माने,
कही तात तुम नीति सुहाई, सब ते कठिन
राज मधुभाई, जो अचवंत मात ही तेई, नाहिन साधु सभा जहि सेई, सुनहु लखन भल भरत सरीसा, विधि प्रपंच मह सुनन दीसा, भरत ही होई न राज मधु, विधि हरिहर पद पाई, कबहु की काजी सी करनी, चिर सिंधु बिनसाई।
सियावर रामचंद्र की जय,
पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय।
Bhagavan said to Lakshmana, Lakshman, your love come first. Lakshman, what you said is true. That power corrupts. but only to that person who is already corrupt. The one who has never done any sadhu seva, never filled his ear with devotion, filled his heart with devotion, definitely power will corrupt that person. The one who never served sadhu sant mahatma, only that person's mind get corrupted. As far as Bharat is concerned, he himself is the greatest sadhu. Even if he gets the post of Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, his mind will not get tempted or corrupted. He says, a glass of milk, if you put some lime or culture, it will get spoiled. That milk gets spoiled. But in the milky ocean, if you put little culture, what will happen to that Kshetrasagar? So too, Bharat's heart is so deep like an ocean of love. I tell you, there is no sadhu like Bharata and a brother like Bharata. Therefore, rest assured, power will not get to his head. I know why he is coming here. When everyone heard the greatness of Bharata, everyone started praising Bharata. Even Devatas were saying, if Bharata was not born in this world, there would not have been any example of someone upholding the flag of dharma, righteousness, and all the great values of life. O Lord, who can understand Bharata than you? And Lakshman felt sorry and became quiet. Bharata's mind was oscillating. When he thought of himself and his mother Kaikeyi, he felt that how Ramchandraji will accept me. And I don't know, Bhagavan will meet me or turn me away. I think he will do that only. But Rama will never mistake me. His nature is that he will not do harm even to his enemy. I am only a child. When he thought of Rama's Swabhava, he moved forward. When he thought of himself, he stopped and hesitated. Now they were reaching near the Chitrakoot mountain. Nishadraj with him, and he knew exactly where Ramchandraji's cottage is. Only Bharata, Shatrughna, and Nishadraj went up the mountain. Rest all waited at the foothills of the mountain. And one place Nishadraj climbed a tree and saw Ram, Sita, Lakshman seated under a tree. He said to Bharata, come and see. He saw Lord seated among Munimandali. He could not walk. He got paralyzed seeing Rama and fell down saying, Pahi, Pahi. Bhagavan, save me, save me. It is so happened that Lakshmana saw Bharata first. Ramji has not seen him yet. Now Lakshmana said, Bhagavan, Bharat is prostrating. Now the way Bhagavan got up, his bow fell down one side and the arrows fell down another side. He just went to lift Bharata. He lifted him and embraced Bharata. And whoever seen this Milan, Bharata Milap, they forgot their body consciousness. Lakshmana saw Bharat. He thought of lifting him and embracing him. But he was in the service of Bhagavan. How can he leave that post and go? He stood there. Bhagavan, a personification of Samata and Bharata, Mamata. Nobody said anything. Their experience was beyond the comprehension of our mind. Which poet can describe what they were feeling? Slowly, Bharata did namaskar to Sitaji. All this time in Bharata's mind, this thought was there. What Rama and Sita are thinking about him. But when they found in their heart only love and love alone, Then only his mind became peaceful. Then he met with Lakshmana and Shatrugna. All of them met each other. At that time, Nishadraj said, Maharaj, Vasishtha Rishi and others are also at the bottom of the hill. Bhagavan ran to his Guru in meeting all. Bhagavan met Kaikeyi first and consoled her. Now, by this time, she also had felt, she felt miserable. How she started thinking, how did I do all that? How did I not know my own son? Thereafterwards, when he came to know Dasharatha Maharaj's death, all of them wept. What Shraddha Karma could be done, he also did, assisted by Vasishtha Rishi. Now all of them were sitting. Now, question is, what to do next? Vasishtha ji said, Bharat, now you say it. Bharat said, everything was decided there and you are our Guru and you have to put the proposal before Ramchandra ji. Vasishtha ji said, what to do? My buddhi is blown away seeing your love for Ram. Therefore, you are capable of proposing. In this section, so many times they meet and Bharata asked Vasishtha ji and Vasishtha ji asked Bharat. Then they both went to Ramchandra ji. Ramchandra ji looked at them and he said, you are our Guru and whatever you say, I shall obey. And finally, it was coming to, then Vasishtha ji didn't say anything. Finally, he looked at Bharata. It was coming to Bharata only. Now, as were thinking what to say, at that time they got a news that Janaka Maharaj is coming. Ramchandra ji got worried, what is happening here? Then Janaka Maharaj, then someone said, Janaka Maharaj, you are a jnani, please guide us. He said, as far as Brahma Vidya is concerned, my buddhi works. But when it comes to Bharat's love, my buddhi also doesn't work. Because he is too high. His way of thinking about dharma is different. Different proposals were put forth in front of Bhagavan. One was that Lakshmana will go back and Bharat will accompany Ramchandra. Do you think Lakshmana will accept that? Number two, Ram, Lakshman go back to Ayodhya and proxy. Bharata Lakshmana will go to forest. Bharata was very so happy. We are ready. But nothing was working. Finally, Bharat understood what is in the mind of Ramchandra ji. Dharma is to be followed. There should be no compromise here. Bharata wins in one respect. Bhagavan, I will not put you in this kind of dharma sankat. But you have to promise me, after 14 years, you will come back to Ayodhya the very next day. And if I don't see you, I will enter fire. Actually, he brought everything there to do the coronation ceremony of Lord. He wanted to take him back with all ceremonial way, with great procession. But Bhagavan did not accept that. But he accepted what Bharata said. Here is a peculiar kind of fight. Unlike our modern time, Bharat says the kingdom is yours. Rama says, no, it is yours. Now two brothers were there. They were fighting in the court for their property. They had one spiritual teacher, and the day of verdict was coming. One brother goes to his guru and says, Maharaj, bless me. Guru says, you read Ayodhya Kand. And the second brother came, please bless me. Guru said, you read Ayodhya Kand. When they came to this portion, their thought changed. That is the power. Ram, Bharat. Bharat said, I brought everything, the waters from the holy rivers and all. What shall I do? So I said, there is a well, and put all these holy waters there. So this is called Bharata Kupa, well of Bharata. Bharata went to meet Atri Muni and Asuya. Now, Bharata said to Ramchandraji, I look after your kingdom as your sevak. But before I go, you should give me some guidance as to how I should take care of your kingdom. Let us skip that. Come to the Doha. Mukhiya mukuso chahiye.
मुखिया मुख सो चाहिए, खान पान कहुए पालई पोषय सकल अंग, तुलसी सहित विवेक।
यावर रामचंद्र की जय,
पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय।
Simple instruction is given to Bharata, and there lies the essence of Ramaraj. So he said, the leader should be like mouth. Whatever we have to eat or drink, you will do only with your mouth. It may appear that the mouth is selfish, as all other senses are looking at the food hungrily. That food is not kept in the mouth, and it goes into the stomach and assimilated. And that assimilated food must nourish each and every limb of the body. Means for the government, people will have to pay tax. The taxes will go to the stomach of treasury. And that money must be utilized in such a way that the whole nation prospers. Now the interesting thing about the example is this: mouth is the part of the body. Body is one, mouth, hand, eyes, all part of the same body. That means no king should think that I am different and above everything. When we eat food, sometimes some food per particle gets stuck in the teeth. It is like some officer tried to swallow it. Remember, if that food particle remain in the teeth, it is not good for the teeth. Later on, the inquiry commission will come, etc. Bhagavan said, you are very wise. To an intelligent person, one hint is enough. Now you understand the whole thing. But still, Bharat was not finding peace. Bhagavan, 14 years I have to live. I need some support. And he had brought a pair of sandals for Raja Abhishek. Otherwise, Lord was walking barefoot. So Bharat gave the paduka to Ramchandraji. Now what are these padukas? Tulsidaji says they represents Bhagavan's two letters, Rama. That Rama is the guardians of people's life. Because whenever they see these padukas on Simhasan, oh, this kingdom belongs to Ram. Or when you have a precious guru or precious gem, you keep that in a little box called Samput, as though these padukas are the little box where Bharata's Sneharatna is kept there. That means whenever he looks at those padukas, his love is protected because he knows Bhagavan is there. Or all people who put forth efforts, when they do it with the name of the Lord, then that will be successful. Or they are two eyes so that he understands what the Sevak Dharma is. As far as Bharat is concerned, these padukas represent Ram, Sita. Then Bharatji says, now I have to go. Bhagavan gave all his blessings. Bharat keeping the paduka on his head and come back to Ayodhya. As soon as he comes back with the blessings of Vasishtha Rishi, he places the padukas on Rajasimhasana. And he tells Vasishtha Ji that when Bhagavan walks on this earth barefooted in the forest, how can I stay in the palace here? So little away from Ayodhya, called Nandigram, he stayed. Then he said, if the Lord is walking on the ground, my place should be still below. So he dug the ground and stayed underground. He was living there as tapasvi. Only came to the palace for administration purpose. And whenever he had doubt, the padukas used to speak to him. Chanting the name of the Lord, filled with tears in his eyes, there Ram, Lakshman, Sita doing tapas in the forest. Here Bharat was also doing tapas. Here beautiful Chandas is there. Siya Rama's prayer.
सिय राम प्रेम पीयूष पूरन कोट जन मुन भरत को मुनि मन अगम जम नीरम समगम विषम व्रत आचरत को दुख दारिद दंभ दूषण सुजस मिस अपहरत को कलिकाल तुलसी से सठाई हठि राम सन्मुख करत को भरत चरित करिने वो तुलसी जो सादर सुनहि सिय राम पद पे आवसी होई भव रस विरति।
यावर
रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय।
If Bharata was not born in this world, who would have shown the possibility of performing great tapas like Yama, Niyama, all the Vratas, which even Rishimunis find it difficult to observe? Bharat is someone who is the very embodiment of fullness and nectar of Ram Prem. Unless there is prem in the heart, one cannot do tapas consistently. We will wait for to complete. If Bharat was not born, we would not have known what Ram Bhakti is. we would not have known how to do Vratapalanam. Who would have removed all our sorrows and evil tendencies if Bharat was not born there? And Tulsidaji says, who would have brought even Tulsidasji to Bhagavan? Those who listen to this Bharata Charitra, then on one hand, they will be praying for Ram Sita Ji, and on the other hand, this passion for the worldly pleasures. In Ayodhya Kand, there are two parts. One first part, glory of Ramchandraji is sung, and the second part, glory of Bharatji is sung. In Balakand, as children, their dharma is to obey the elders, Ajna Palan. In Ayodhya Kand, their own intelligence is matured and they have to take decisions. Both have to determine their dharma. Then someone talks about Urmila. She should also would have gone with her husband, because Lakshman was going as Sevak of Ramchandraji. Suppose Urmila also goes there, then he will have to look after her also. How will he do to render service to Rama? How will he do both? So therefore, Urmila, Mandavi, Sutakirti followed their dharma. So this Ayodhya Kand talks about observing dharma. Everyone has to sacrifice. If one cannot sacrifice, they cannot do dharma palan. Here everyone sacrifice. Adharma is to disintegrate. That is what Manthara did. But what Ram and Bharata showed is integration is dharma. Disintegration is adharma. All these things are very beautifully shown in Ayodhya Kand. With this, we conclude Ayodhya Kand. Boliye Siyavar Ramachandra ki jai.